All right, we back. Another episode of Neon Strings. We got my boy Dyce Paysos in the building. How you doing, my brother?
I'm chilling. I'm healthy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You looking
Working.
good, shining. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're gonna start off like this. Yo, where you from, Dyce?
The Bronx,
Word.
Clay Ave, Prospect Ave.
Word. Okay. So growing up, we're gonna start it with like just the beginning. We're just gonna build off that. So like growing up, like who are you listening to?
Growing up, my mom used to play like R&B in the crib, like Mary J. Blige, Usher. So I always wanted to be a singer growing up. You know what I mean? But I can't really sing. But when I made my rap was like the groups that was in my neighborhood, like the Angry Men, the Takeovers, the Real Right, like things like that. Come Up DVD, Smack DVD, stuff like that. So that's what, I mean, the Trevor Squad, Fat Joe, Big Pun, you know?
Yes, sir. And so let's get to like what's the story behind Dyce Paysos? Like where'd you come up with the name, or who gave you that name? What's the story behind
I mean,
Dyce Payso?
Dyce Payso, Dyce is because my attitude, because you never know what you get.
Right.
And you know how you wrote Dice, you never know what you're gonna get.
Right.
And that's how, I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna feel. I mean, it could be a female situation, it could be a homie situation, it could be any situation. I don't know how I'm gonna feel sometimes. That's why they call me Dice.
Right.
And the peso, because I'm all about money. Like since I was a kid. That's all you care about. My mom was like, money. I mean, I wanted to hustle, packing bags, whatever my grandma would need me to fold clothes. I'm like, just give me $2. Like I was all about $1. You know what I mean? So I'm Puerto Rican, I'm black, so Dice Payso. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's how I came up with that.
So I'm sure you probably had to show somebody what the Dyce Payso mean, huh?
Yeah, every day. I mean,
Facts. That makes perfect sense. So where the music is right now in New York, where do you feel it is at this point? Because I feel like maybe because I'm not in the New York scene.
yeah.
You're in the scene, you're in the culture. It seems like it's a little conflicting right now with like drill and then the actual where the actual sound came from was the boom bap, which is my actual favorite. Where do you think it is right now?
I'm saying like, it's lanes opening up. You feel me? So it's like, if you listen to that, that's what you listen to. My lane is like real, Jeezy, I mean, ESCG. It's like a group of, it's like Benny the Butcher, Dave East, Don Q. You know what I mean? Like, my lane is getting money rap, like reality rap, like real music. You feel me? Like, that's so it's like, it's lanes is opening, and there's money in all lanes.
And so do you feel like the drill rap that is out now, do you feel like it is one of the things that's gonna start taking over like that whole music scene in New York, or you think like it's
I feel like music changed so much that you never know. I mean, I ain't against it. Only thing I'm against is I don't like all that they talking about their dad and all that. That shit corny to me. 'Cause I feel like if it's beef, it's beef. Like, I mean, because that never was gangster, like glorify who you got beef with on the internet. If it's lit, it's lit. I mean, you ain't supposed to be quiet about it. Not, I'm smoking on him, I'm smoking on that. All that shit corny to me. I think.
But now, how old are you, Dyce?
31.
Where do you think all this like? I'm 26, so I'm like, where do you think all this disrespect shit came from? Because a lot of this disrespect is on a whole nother level.
I don't really even know.
Yeah, it's just like certain shit. It would just not fly when motherfuckers was growing up.
It won't. Like, niggas will kill you for something that you did 6 years ago.
Exactly. So I'm just wondering, like, you know, this new generation is just on a whole different type of level.
I mean, you know, the morals change. You know, back then, you had like a lot of stuff for the kids. Like, you know what I mean? Like Kids Bay and girls was jumping rope, and they was doing the center had like they taking on trips. They was doing more stuff back then. Nowadays they don't got nothing. All they got is their phone, the internet, shade room. I mean, stuff like that. That's all they got. I mean, loving hip hop. That's all they see. So they growing up faster.
Oh yeah. So
back then you could be a kid a little longer. You know what I mean, I had to grow up fast because what was going on in my life. So I mean, but we still have fun. You know what I mean,
New York.
We still got childhood memories. They don't got childhood memories.
Exactly.
You know what I mean,
But New York, y'all have to grow up fast anyways. Like,
Yeah.
I
But you said we grew up fast, but we still had, like, we was taught little morals. Like, I mean, we was taught not to tell. I mean, we was taught to get it, I mean, get it on your own. We was taught to how to fight. Like, you gotta, if me and your man had a problem, go shoot the one on in the corner. I mean, it was not getting on the internet saying fuck you and SMD. I was doing none of that. We just fight right then and then and be friends the next day. So it was a little different coming up. Now they coming up with nothing.
Right. So
The OGs is little niggas.
Do you feel like there's any structure in this at this point right now? Like, do you feel like
it's all over the place?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you wash clothes and you got the red, the pink, the white, the gray. Nobody ain't supposed to separate it.
Coordinate.
That shit is all in the same. You know what I mean,
Right.
Shit getting fucked up.
Okay. That's real. That's real. So as fans, how do you feel that we're supposed to receive the music now? How do you feel like we're supposed to receive
That's a music of feeling.
Yeah.
How you feel. I mean, I got drill music too. I mean, I got all types of music. I go on all types of lanes. You feel me?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Let's see. So let's start with, how'd you link up with Jim Jones and everything like that? How was that? How did that come about? How that collaboration come?
Me and Jim, we just like with me. I feel like anybody that get around me, they just grow a connection because if I vibe with you, you gonna vibe with me because I'm about winning, and you about winning, right? That's everybody want to win, so it's like I'm a winner. You feel me? And we a hustler. I mean, so it's like it was just connection. And me and Jim like Batman and Robin now. For me, ain't really nothing. I mean, like number one, number two. We called each other in the morning, come up with some plans, and we win.
I actually, when I saw on your page, when Jim Jones had shouted you out on the Breakfast Club, I had watched that whole interview.
Yeah.
And then highlighted, said you were the hardest worker. Where'd that come about?
I mean, just motivation, not wanting to lose. You feel me? My motivation was my son. My son was born blind. I mean, I just always thought like, yo, I gotta get rich. I mean, I can never fall. I can never fail. I can never not have it. He can't never go through what I went through as a kid. I mean, I grew up without my father died when I was 4. I mean, so that's like I never want him to feel like he ain't got no father. You know what I mean? So that was my motivation.